welcome all our viewers on Araz News English, where we share with you latest news of South Azerbaijan community. On the occasion of International Mother Language Day, national activists of South Azerbaijan visited the family of imprisoned right activist Dr. Latif Hassani. On Wednesday, February 21st, on the occasion of the International Mother Language Day, well-known South Azerbaijani national activist Aziz Purveli, with a group of other activists, met with the family of imprisoned right activist Dr. Latif Hassani. Aziz Purveli mentioned an important role of women in the formation of national Azerbaijani movement. At the same time, the wife of imprisoned political activist, through the pain and hardship they endured, lighted up the spirit of national resistance. Aziz Purveli compared resistance of women to Nigar and Hajar resistance, who are national heroes of Azerbaijan. He said the national activists in prison are the children of the nation, because they have paid with their freedom for the identity of the nation. The most important part of this identity is the right to speak in the mother language, and the activists advocating this right are now detained in the prison of the Iranian regime. National activists represented a couplet of Turkish poetry written on the photograph to the family of the national right activist Dr. Latif Hassani. More than 4,000 university students signed a letter to Hassan Rouhani, President of the Republic of Iran, to make Turkish an official language of the region. On 21st of February, on the occasion of International Mother Language Day, 4,085 university students signed a letter to Hassan Rouhani, the President of Iran, to officialize the Turkish language in the country. This letter was arranged by South Azerbaijani student activists and collected signature of 4,085 students within 2 days. It should be emphasized that this letter was written in two Persian and Turkish languages, with the demand to formalize Turkish language at all social levels. It should be emphasized that alongside with South Azerbaijani students, students from other Turkish communities of Iran, such as Kashkai and Turkmen societies, have signed this letter. On 21st February, on the occasion of International Mother Language Day, organizations of oppressed nations in Iran have signed a common declaration. Among the signing organizations were South Azerbaijani Democratic Union, South Azerbaijan National Resistance Organization, South Azerbaijan Democratic Party, Lorestanat Party, Balochistan People's Party, and Kashkai Human Rights Defenders Committee. In this declaration, they paid tributes to students of University of Dhaka who sacrificed their lives for the mother language in 1952. For years, the valiant of non-Persian nations fought for their political and civil rights despite the tortures and executions of Iranian regime. Their organizations emphasize that education and free usage of mother language in all social levels is a legitimate right of all communities. However, the Iranian regime has not given these rights to decline the legitimacy of national minorities in Iran. In South Azerbaijan, the names of cities, streets and institutions will be only in Persian. Mehdi Kahurian, the deputy governor of Western Province of South Azerbaijan, at the meeting on naming new streets of Serdesht and Oshneviye towns, said, "According to new arrangement, all names must be Persian in order to maintain and tighten political and cultural unity of the country." The regulation was approved by all mayors of West Azerbaijan province. Sayed Haydar Bayat, a writer and poet, wrote in his Twitter account, "Many mountains and valleys in Iran are named in Turkish, and these names are given by the local people of the region, and now they want to name the streets in Persian. This only shows that the Iranian regime's attitude is pointed against the history of local citizens." In Zanjan city of South Azerbaijan, 35% of unemployed are university graduates. Hussein Omid Mogadam, the deputy chairman of Statistics and Information Agency of the Zanjan region, stressed that the amount of jobs in the field of service in the region is very low. He emphasized the rise of unemployment in the region, saying that 35% of these unemployed people are university graduates. Omid Mogadam also said that in Zanjan region, women make up only 15% of labor force. Besides this, there are young people who are not looking for jobs. They increase the unemployment rate even more. He said that 17% of employees in this region are college graduates, and 35% of unemployed population in the region have superior diplomas than bachelor's degrees. It should not be forgotten that the President of Iran in his election campaign has promised to reduce unemployment rate, but he has not done anything about this issue so far. On March 17 and 18 in Sweden, a two-day international Shahriar event will be held. On March 17 and 18, a conference and concert will take place in Göteborg, Sweden, called International Shahriar Day. Those who want to participate in this scientific conference are not restricted, but should give notice 15 days before. The concert will be performed by the artists of South Azerbaijan, conductor Cengiz Mehdipur and Dalga Group. To follow this conference and concerts more closely, you can find out details on the Araz News website. The Islamic Republic of Iran is putting religious minorities under pressure. Recently, conflict between Iran's security forces and Gonabad dervishes took place in Tehran. As a result of this conflict, hundreds of Gonabad dervishes were detained and 5 Iranian security officers lost their lives. The Gonabad dervishes issue has been going on for years, but latest event was the most violent and bloody. The Gonabad dervishes is a kind of Islamic branch and have their own religious practices. But the Islamic Republic of Iran does not recognize this tradition as a part of formal religion and sees it an unaccepted religious sect. The Iranian state is trying to prevent religious practices of this sect. It closes places of worship and keeps its religious leaders under surveillance, but members of the sect resist regime's action. Gonabad dervishes issue revealed the repressive and dictatorial face of the Islamic Republic of Iran. The Iranian state is trying to destroy almost all non-Persian and non-Shia in the country. There is an excessive pressure, especially on religious and sectarian minorities in Iran. The Iranian constitution recognizes only Christianity, Judaism, and Zoroastrianism outside of Shiite Islam. Regime tries to erase what is outside of them. Baha'is, Alevis, Gonabad dervishes, and even Sunni Muslims are exposed to the oppression and persecutions. The Baha'i are not given the right to get higher education or work permit, and under this pressure forced to leave the country. The Alevis and Gonabad dervishes are not given the right to practice their religion. All senior officials of Sunni region are sent away from the center. The Sunni are not allowed to come to high position of the state. They are not allowed to even open a mosque in Tehran. There is also a terrible pressure on Iranians who want to convert to religions other than Islam. These people are faced with heavy penalties. The practices of the Iranian state never conform to the condition of modern-day civilization and resemble medieval practices. All this is a clear evidence of cruel dictatorship in Iran. It was all news for this week. See you next week on Araz News English.